drunk and he can be satisfied and everybody's relaxed by now, waiting now. We'll start our discussion panel, the first discussion panel for today. We're actually having a very diverse and interdisciplinary panel with the aim of representing a holistic view of biometrics and different aspects and challenges. I will introduce them in a few minutes. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Nava Shaked, a faculty member of HIT. I'm an NLP expert who in recent years researched human-machine interaction from the dialogue perspective. I've led some biometric projects in Israel, mainly in the banking and in telecom companies. I'm an expert in speech biometrics, and my book about the usage of multimodality and biometrics came out over a year ago, and we will be discussing some of the aspects. Let me start by a short comic relief. It's very quick, so you have to get the hang of it.
Edna mode. And guess.
Okay, so it has to be done, and it has to be done right to avoid incidents like that. Today, the panel will introduce different aspects of the topic that we are talking about, and I will be giving 10 minutes presentation before the actual discussion. So we claim that if we embrace multimodality into biometrics solution and application, we will be able to leverage and overcome some of the challenges and some of the currently the challenges and the issues that we are dealing with. So we are going to discuss today, and we will introduce the concept of biometrics and multimodality and how we can combine with them, between them to create something more powerful. So I will talk about multimodality in a second. I am not going to talk about biometrics, as I understand the audience here is well aware of the technologies and the possibilities. I'm assuming you are familiar with the area and the application. I will say that it is clear that biometrics in its different types has widely penetrated the market, and now it has been widely accepted by most of the users. So, especially as it is integrated and inserted into our mobile devices. So once we went there into the mobile world, we are all carrying some kind of biometric device in our pocket. So saying that, we see the projection of the next 10 years, and we see the growth in 10 years, the expected growth of the different types of biometric technologies, and it's very impressive to see the division between them, and also how fast we're talking about 140 million users by 2024. This is pretty impressive, and it shows you the market potential and the adaptation rate. If we look inside the numbers of North America face and voice biometric, we see that if we look about the distribution among the segments, we see that still the government segment is controlling the most of the users, and law enforcement, military defense, so forth. This is still the major part. But we see the financial and banking services, the commercial, the IT and telecom, and definitely healthcare. Healthcare, where technologies are growing in a very fast rate, adopting biometrics as one of its interaction methodologies. We look also at the growth, the yearly growth, and we are talking about 14% yearly growth, and that is a huge number. So counting on this, we really need to take this seriously and to think how we do things better. And when we talk about the biometric challenges, and I'm really going through that fast, as I think most of you guys know this, but when we're talking about the challenges, we're talking about things like, and it doesn't matter which technology we're talking, each of them has the pros and cons, but still, we're talking about invasive, non-invasive methodology, in motion,